Can you tell me the story about how either you approached the Outlaws or the Outlaws approached you, or however it went to where you guys ended up talking to police and they were willing to, or they wanted to possibly ID somebody if that was the case. But how did you guys end up at the police station to do that on the Tupac case?
Well, there's an article in the LA Times that spelled it out with Chuck Phillips. For those of y'all that like to have stuff fact checked for y'all. And that was pretty much Chuck writing after the meeting with the Vegas PD. But Vegas PD was trying, and some people been reporting to y'all like we flew out to Vegas to meet with Vegas PD. It happened at City of Compton Police Department. And so, as I try to explain to y'all, my job as head of security, were to work with law enforcement. Those guys shoved on down, didn't want to deal with law enforcement. And if law enforcement needed to talk or want to talk to anybody, it was Reggie's job to facilitate it, to see what's going on. And if it was something criminally, it was the bid attorneys, David Kenner or whoever he hired to deal with law enforcement. So they were trying to reach out, and they were putting out to the press how death row and people wasn't cooperating with the murder investigation and all of that, and how they wanted to talk to the witness, Yaki and Edie, who was in the car behind them, because they had already talked to Frank, and so they had no need to talk to Frank, but they wanted to speak to those two, who were the other two in the car. And so they reached out to Death Row to try to facilitate that. And of course, Norris, who was the general manager at the time, he told me, who was the head of security at the time, what was going on. And so I set up arrangements with them because I didn't trust them. So Norris got permission from Suge for me to take and do my job as the head of security for Death Row. And so I met with Gaddafi, with Yak and Edie. We all know that Yak died in November of '96. So it would have been sometime in October of '96. After Suge had got arrested, because he got arrested October the 22nd, 1996. And so it was from the 22nd of '96 until the time he died. And so I understand now, being a father of a 22-year-old boy, while Yasmin have a lot of are upset. I don't think she disliked me. Well, no, she's disappointed, maybe, I think is a better word. She always said for me, having Yak and Edie go down to meet with Vegas or any law enforcement without talking to her, because she and I had a decent and a working relationship. Now, of course, I'm thinking, well, Yak at the time was about 20 to 21 years of age. Why would I have to get his mother permission, But I understand. Trust me now, being a father. I totally understand. And, but I convinced Edie and Yak to, that, hey, you niggas ain't gonna do nothing. The raids done happened. Suge done got arrested. We need to get these niggas in jail. Vegas want to interview you. And they want to show you pictures of the person who they believe were in the car that shot Tupac. I, to this day, can sit up here and say that Edie and Yak had decided that they were going to identify Orlando, Keefe, Reggie Wright, or whoever that Vegas PD was going to show them. And so we all get in the car, ride down there, and go to Compton PD, not Vegas PD, Compton Police Department, because that's where I feel comfortable taking them, because I knew it wasn't gonna be no funny shit going on, because my daddy was there, and Bobby Ladd, and all of them were there, and so we went down there and met. They take immediately, talk and say, hey, this is who they are. They immediately started being like an attitude because they didn't think we were going to show up. And so they take him in a different room and go off to the side, Brent Becker and his partner. And then about 5 or 10 minutes later, they come back in the room talking about, oh, they're not going to cooperate. There's nothing we can get from them. They no use. And so I asked, y'all can, Edie, what happened? They're like, Red, they up here going off on us. Like, why y'all only want to meet with us, with people, with Reggie Wright Jr. and Death Row? Why when we was trying to call y'all didn't return our calls? And, like picking an argument with them. And so that right there showed me that, okay, these motherfuckers. They didn't want to solve this case. They just want to pick at the young black men. And, because I done been around that type of police work. And so that's why Brent Becker talk all that bullshit about Reggie Wright Jr. and all of that now, because he know I was like, fuck them after that. They're going to treat the guys like that when we trying to cooperate. And like I said, once again, I'll go and say be on record. Y'all know Edie's online. Edie has his podcast. Shout out Edie and all of that. But they have never told me that they were going to identify Orlando or anything like that. Now, I know they could have identified Orlando if they wanted to that particular day. I know that for sure. But I don't know that they were going to do that. And that's what happened. That's why Yasmin is disappointed, I'll use that word, with me. And that's what I did. And that's the only reason that those two young men went down there to attempt to identify or possibly identify or allegedly identify or look at what they call a six-pack. That's the only reason they went down there and was offered to go down there. So all of that, other things, conspiracies and stuff that people have out there, it's just not true. But hey, what does it matter? You conspirators, you people that believe all of the bullshit that y'all do, keep on. That's y'all opinion. That's y'all right. That's y'all belief. Because as we know, y'all don't give a about Tupac Shakur and his legacy at all anyway. Because if so, everybody would be cheering on the DA and Vegas for what they doing instead of sitting up there criticizing and still trying to muddy up the investigation. Because I haven't seen a YouTuber out here that's really saying, okay, good job Vegas PD, other than maybe Vlad TV channel. Good job for at least, and Greg Hades, murder rap people. Good job for getting us the truth of what happened on this investigation. Maybe my boy DJ AG, don't know what he been reporting. But people like that, but all you other channels, seem like y'all just out here trying to muddy up the investigation to me, which is unfair. Let the attorneys do it. Let them play out what happens, what the truth and stuff. Not no motherfucking broke motherfuckers living in their mama house that's on YouTube every day trying to put out stuff and motherfucker with carpet on his head trying to, because he's been wrong and killing off all his DVD deals. And shout out Murder Rap and Unsolved, because I saw y'all got a new deals coming out. Yeah, I know Carpet Head, you pissed. But shout out to them. got a new deal in February. I seen advertisement that they're going to be running their shows again on some major platforms, streaming services. So y'all check them out and hear those different theories. Yep. Peace.